Telling 4 days of golf, a lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer in good form coming into this one fresh off a victory a week ago. And there's a good start. That one in the fairway here to get the tournament rolling. 75 yards, the distance remaining here for his second to this par 4. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Notah Begay III is down there. This for an opening birdie.
Really not a whole lot to this. He's going to get a little help from the slope. Other than that, just slightly to the right.
Good job to deaden it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. Now at the second and a medium-length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here. Well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right, and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. That one got away from him, so now bogey very much in play.
From that close, you'd expect that to be much better.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. He'll drop back to 1 over par. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
That one safely on the putting surface. This one should work sharply to his right. It's for birdie. Oh, that's good touch right there. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll stay at 1 over. Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards. And that one not quite able to hang on. It's into the bunker. Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short. Nope, that is not much of an improvement. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. All right, good job to blast that out, but it is by no means home. Nope. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. And really just sort of wasting shots. Those are the ones, Frank, you expect to get in there close.
Yeah, I'll give him a little credit. Maybe overzealous, expecting to hole it, but what could have been a tap in is now a difficult par.
Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll hold steady at +3. Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4, though, at 495. With that breeze coming off the left, that was an excellent tee shot. Held it up against the breeze.
Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
Rich, there's one thing about good iron play. When you hit it and it comes off the club face, you know it's going to be close. More evidence there.
Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill. As that ball bounces into the rough, first fairway miss today.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yeah, the pin, 136 is the number we're looking for, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. And that'll do just fine. This from about 10 feet. That one just going to sneak on by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And just like that, he'll fall to 3 over par. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
This one starting a little left off the tee.
Now, that was 50-50 off the tee. Rough, fairway. I guess it was more than 50-50. Fairway's fine.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Yeah, you can't do much better than that. That could run forever if you don't get the right speed. That's a nice shot. Okay, nicely done. It's a birdie at number 8. Rounding out the front side here at Chambers Bay with a par 3, the 9th.
Well, the tee is nearly 100 feet above the level of the green, so you can see everything. This is one of the best views on the golf course. A fairly lengthy par 3, obviously it's stout, just over 200 yards, but you can see the green off that elevated tee, and this requires your best shot.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. This is an 11-foot putt. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that won't help the cause one bit. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up, You really want to avoid those two short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Nothing to fault there. Safely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay right where he is. Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
Yeah, it looks straightforward. You see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level.
And that ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4.
Oh, that shot took some guile, nerves, confidence to hit it out of that fairway bunker. Inside 10 feet. That's as good as anyone on the PGA Tour.
Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
2, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Ten-foot putt left. Nope. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And he'll remain at 2 over par.
The
the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, this one bends to the right, par 4.
It doesn't mean that you have to cut it or move the ball in that direction. Ideally, really, anything down the left side of the fairway would be well suited for this hole. There is a central bunker that sort of protects the front middle of this green. You can go in left of that or right of that, but this is a beefy par 4. 4 on the card, and you are not losing ground.
Now Notah, his second from the fairway.
He's looking at 148 yards to the front, 154 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Maybe you look to the heavens here. That didn't need much more. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Going to take an extra club or two to get out of this mess as he sets for his second.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
An outside look here for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt from there. A little short, but not too bad. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. At last, Frank, a break from those long par 4s. We just played 5 par 4s in a row. Now a par 3 15.
And also, as you can see in the distance, you can actually see a tree, one of the few that are on the golf course. Hence the name of 15. It's called Lone Fir. Not overly long, just a little short hole. But in the US Open, obviously they can play it at around 250 yards. It's just a fun par 3. But check where that flag is, because sometimes 3 is a good score here. But an easy flag position, and then go straight at it.
Now a second to this par 3.
It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
That might have been a little more break than he was expecting, as that one winds up undercutting the hole. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Clean lie here for his second to the par 3.
Just a little over ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And that won't help the cause one bit. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again, you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker. Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least. Yeah, not a great lie, and that's on the green, but with work to do. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Oh, yeah, long distance for birdie here at 18. And this will mean it is a 72 on the card for this opening round. So one round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course...
EA Sports and the International Federation of PGA Tours are proud to present a World Golf Championship. Today from Chambers Bay in Washington, live second round coverage of the EA Sports Championship. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've currently got a tie at the top of the leaderboard at 8 under par. Meanwhile, for our featured golfer, this will be a true test to try and put a good round together on this Friday. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. Pin cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
Now it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
13 feet away. Oh, yes, that's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole, and he's able to get it back to 1 over. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. A birdie try on the second green, and with that, we welcome 4-time winner on the PGA Tour, Notah Begay.
And all things considered, he's in a pretty good spot. It might move gently to his right as it works back up the slope.
That finished off for par here with the second, and he'll remain right where he is. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by. That's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the two previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is.
Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right. And those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
So after that bomb of a drive, this his second to the par 4. Nothing wrong with that. Inside of 5 feet. Nicely done. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. Will certainly help the cause.
Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. A back right hole location here as he gets set for his second to the par 4.
No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Now this for birdie.
And he is in an ideal spot, just below the hole. I don't see any movement at all.
Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he's got it back to even par.
Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
A huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hummocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that.
Boy, tough to do a whole lot better than that. That ball right down the middle. He split the middle of the street on this one. He's going to have a good look. Second shot. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
"15 feet away."
That one just going to sneak on by. Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par.
Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
This is turning a little to his left. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin, and that will be no bargain in there.
This is a tough hole today, and just inside 10 feet after that short shot, so still working very hard to make par.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8, and that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit.
Really good mix of holes here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, we finished this front side with a par 3 after just having come off that long par 5.
And it's a beauty too. The tee is some 100 feet up in the air, so you get a great view of this magnificent golf course, and you realise why it's called a true links. This green here, though, it looks rather daunting, well bunkered on the right side, but you can see enough of it. And once again, links, use the bounce, and you can still kick one in there close.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag.
Look at this. Wow, what a sensational putt from way out.
Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par.
Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those two short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play it. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
So often we talk about needing precision off the tee, and this is how you do it. That is dead center. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Just a little beyond the hole, but pretty handy right there. Putters let him down a few times, but this for birdie. And lets him down again. Could not get it to go. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll hold steady at +3.
Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's two levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway.
Second shot, good look at the green.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Pretty good effort right there.
Just a tap in.
So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is.
The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Oof. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. And with that, he's back to 2 over.
13th hole now, it's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
This is the sort of situation you want to find yourself in, looking at an uphill putt but dead straight.
What a putt. Just missed, Frank. That's cruel. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from.
Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. It's going to trundle right on down the slope. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway. This one looks right on point.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
12 feet still to go. You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. And he will definitely not say no to that.
Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees. But part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich. I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make 3. You'd think he'd be good at bunker shots. He's been in so many today.
Might want to take a shovel with him.
Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15, and he'll stay at 1 over.
Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get into the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
And that will do just fine. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second with his par 4.
Just gave that way too much.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. A birdie putt now at 16.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards. All sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at the 16th, then there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3. You can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of a US Open.
This is what the top players all do. They flight it. This one, he kept it just underneath the wind, brought it in a little lower. That's good work right there. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is.
Now to the 18th hole, Frank. Everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again, you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
And that, a well-placed bunker. It'll collect plenty of shots just like that one as this indeed rolls into the sand. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. This now 7 feet for his birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that will be a score of 68 here in round 2. So remember, no cut here in this event. Our featured golfer with work to do over the weekend to try and claim this.